Hi and welcome to Add More Zest. My name's Rebecca, also known as 4Kids at 147, and it's time for tip and trick number 42 we're on, and this is in relation to changing the tips in a diamond painting pen. So I do have 3 pens here. This is the one I got in my K-tiered advent calendar. This is a Diamond Art Club pen. And this is one of the pens that we sold as a limited edition. So this one's a bit thicker than the other 2. And I do have 2 pen tips here from K-tiered that I also got in my advent calendar. And they do come with little O-rings. In fact, let me see if I can get the... So they do come with little O-rings that can go over the tip. I do have them already on one of them, but I don't have them on the other. And I'm going to see how they fit in these sort of 3 pens. I also have raided hubby's toolbox, and I have a set of grips. Now we don't want to use this part that actually cuts. I just want to use this part to get hold of the end of the tip, to be able to pull it out. Now sometimes you can pull them out without it, so I know I've had these out before with my nail just to get like hold of it, but I know these Diamond Art Club ones are tougher. So I'm going to see what it's like with the one with the O-rings first, because to me that would get a better grip. And it is going in, but I'm not sure if the O-ring is actually moving on them both. But what I find is I don't tend to use the grips on the actual metal tip. What I tend to try and find is something that I can push down on to push the tip in. Let's try this. So this is a coaster that I made, but let's try the underside of it. I'm probably going to go through some of the cork, but it's something that I don't mind if that has an imprint of the circle of the tip on it. So it needs to be something that may end up leaving a mark. So sometimes you could use a craft mat or something, a cutting mat or something, but you basically need something hard. I wouldn't want to do it on this work surface because I wouldn't want to leave a mark on it, because I film on it all the time. And that has actually gone all the way to the tip of the pen. So that one is in and secure. That one's done. So let's see how it works. That was with O-rings, so they're able to grip onto it. And that one is not coming out anytime soon. So that one's staying there. For this Diamond Art Club one, I do already have the tip in it instead of the brass tip. That is an everlasting tip. And for this one, I think if I wanted to take the tip out, I would have to very gently try and get this out with pliers. And what I would do is I would get hold of it with the pliers as lightly as I can, but then maybe try turning and pulling the pen to the point that I can get the tip out and of course the least amount of damage possible. And then I can still always pop that into another one. And then for the plastic, again, I'm gripping hold here and a mixture of pull and twist until it frees itself. So let's see what that's like. What's it like? Okay, so if I do it without the O-rings on this style tip, so this is a K-tiered tip, it just falls back out. Now, some pens will be tougher than others, of course. Let's see what this one's like. So again, just that one came out pretty easy. Okay, so without the O-rings, again, that one just slides in and out. Now, different manufacturers of these are different. So my everlasting tips do not have these little O-rings on them. but the K-tiered ones do. I've got 2 stuck together. So I'm just going to pop the O-rings on, which is always fun. So I've got my O-rings on, and let's go for the Diamond Art Club one. So again, I'm going to push it in as much as I can, but then to finish it off, I'm just going to push down on this piece of cork / coaster. You do sometimes need a bit of welly. There we go. So that is the tip in the pen. If you're working with non-metal tips, so for example, this straightener, then you can, with the plastic ones, quite often use a plier to sort of hold the tip and squeeze them in. And as long as I do have marks, I do have marks on the plastic, but it's not affecting my straightener edge. So that pen now has a metal tip and my plastic straightener. I was trying to think what it was called then. Plastic straightener. So the end of this tip is still in good quality, still in good shape, even though I've pulled it out of the pen. So I've popped my everlasting tip back in it. I'm going to pop that one in here. And again, I'm just going to push down / twist. Is that going to go in? Yeah, just took a couple more. Just took a little bit harder. So this bigger one now has an everlasting tip in this end, but a plastic edge. I think that everlasting tip has gone in just a little bit too far. So let me just ever so slightly twist it round to move that one out a bit. There we go. So I have an everlasting tip in this thicker one, and I have 2 K-tiered tips, one in the K-tiered pen and one in my Diamond Art Club pen. So that's the easiest way to do it. To take tips out is get yourself a set of pliers and to push them in, push them down on a surface that can handle the strength of you pushing down. But if it gets marked, you're okay. What's actually happened on this one, can I even find which edge I was using? So some of it has actually popped back out because the cork's quite thin. I do have a very small circle here, which may have actually cut through the cork, but it's not damaged the actual coaster itself. And I can hardly, oh no, there's one there. I can hardly even see where some of the others are on this cork. But I recommend just using a hard surface or a surface that you don't mind getting damaged. And I didn't mind if that side got damaged because I have it that way up. For my bruise to go on. So that is today's tip and trick in relation to changing the tips on your pens. Hopefully that is helpful to some of you that have struggled. All pen types are different, so I cannot guarantee that I have come across, every sort of snag that you may have, but pliers do definitely make things easier. And I actually need to change this end as well. I have recently changed all the ends on my tips to be these short places so that they fit in my pen holder. And I just picked up a load of these 6 places. So let's try pushing it in and see if that works. And I think it has done actually. Ooh. Might just need a little, not on the placer part. I'm going to go on the part that, there we go. So I've grabbed hold of this base part rather than the straightener, because the straightener, I would like to stay as a straightener because that's what I plan on using it for. So those can now go into my pen holder for use in future diamond paintings. But thank you all so much for watching, and I'll speak to you all again soon.